Like, you can be an absolute hack of a car builder and that thing will just get you down the road just fine because it's got 4 whole wheels on it. This thing goes bad in any way at all, you're fucking dead. Or even worse, you're crippled and your dick don't work anymore.
Holy fucking shit, Jesus!
What's up, guys? Ryan KRUESI Originals. Same thing I say every goddamn time I start a video. We're back. I'm wearing the same fucking clothes I was in the last video because we just made it. And I am doing something different right now. We just did a dress-up kit on this bike last time. This is the building a stunt bike on a budget that we are building this thing to basically just do a bunch of install videos of all of our parts. And then when it's all done, we're going to sell the bike. So be prepared if you're looking for an 02 fxdx that's pretty much set up with a bunch of flossy shit on it for sale. This is going to be the one. Not until it's done though. Today we're going to remove the forward controls. We're going to install a K-bar and K-slider setup on the bottom of the K-bar engine guard. We will also be putting a front motor mount in, maybe some other little shit as we go along. It's going to be a trinket, doodad, and knick-knack kind of day, if you know what I'm saying. So stay posted, because if you bought a K-bar from us, which you probably have because we sell a lot of them, this is going to be a how to install it properly video. We're going to be removing the forward controls today and doing the right thing with them by throwing them in the trash. These stock linkages are just a little ball that's pressed into this, into like a plastic sleeve. And they blow apart all the time and leave you stranded on the side of the road. We only mess with the real deal, Green Brothers Design ship linkages, because they're a real Heim joint and they're the real deal. So this guy right here, it's just a little ball that pops into a ball hole right here, rotates around in here, and they just fucking pop out all the time and go to shit. Just like that. That's quality shit, Harley Davidson. It's one of their finer Chinese parts. Highly suggest getting rid of that. Whether you got forwards or mids, like I said, it don't matter. I'm gonna save that shifter because I need it. It's a little rusty. Nothing a little air can't fix. Nothing a little 450 foot-pounds of breakaway torque can't fix. Forward control shifter and mid control shifter, same shit. So I'm gonna send this to the powder coater. Put that where she belongs. Over to the other side. That side's done. See how fucking easy that was? This will get you started just far enough along so you can get it off and then realize, I don't have the tools to take apart the inner primary. So I'm gonna take it to KRUESI Originals. He's gonna charge me less money because I've already done some of the work. False. If you do the work before me, I'm gonna charge you 10 times as much. Only out of the kindness of my heart, honestly. So, clean them guys out, get all the dirt out of them. Back to me shit talking DIY, guys. I think working on your own shit is awesome, and you should do it. But, educate yourself. Do the research. Fanatically do the research. This thing will kill you if you don't. It will fucking kill you. I promise you. Do it right, or just take it to a professional and pay the money to have it done right. I would say by the looks of that motor mount, it has never been changed. You should also change your motor mounts on your dyna a minimum of every 10,000 miles, front and rear. And so when you take these bolts out, say I have the motor itself, this is just on the motor, you have to lift the drivetrain to take the pressure off of these bolts. You can't just unbolt these because the weight of the drivetrain sitting on them, you'll pull the threads right out of everything and destroy it. That's an ugly son of a bitch right there. She sucked. That is a partially biodegraded motor mount right there. See where it's separating from the outside here? Where she's tore across here. And this is a good indicator too. See this? This is from it sacking out and the case hitting it. Just bobbing out on the mount. She's toast. Real soft and squishy. This is a nice freshie. We run Drag Specialties or OEM Harley Davidson when they're available, but that's rare these days. As far as front motor mounts go, the only good one out there is a Big Bear. The rest of them are junk. And as far as just OEM replacement style, the drag ones work really well. They're pretty stiff. They hold up pretty well. So all of them, no matter what you do, it still makes it a 2-point motor mount system, drivetrain mount, which sucks. The dyna design is terrible, motor mount wise anyways. But when you get the Big Bear one, it makes it a 3-point, which locks everything up. It makes it a little more rigid, a little shaky, but it's a necessity. Usually anytime we build a bike, it gets a Big Bear no matter what, but they're back ordered, so you're just getting fresh motor mounts on this guy, and you can buy a Big Bear down the road when they come back online. If you have a case saver or any kind of shit like that on your bike, when you do a new motor mount, you need to check the spacing on that case saver, because the motor mount is going to make the drivetrain sit differently inside the chassis. Man, I hope I didn't just grab a rear. Fucking dildo, I bet I did. I didn't even look at the box. Sure did. That was just to demonstrate to you guys how the rear doesn't bolt up to the front. See how I got all this stuff lined up in here and started before I tightened the goddamn thing on it? Use the jack, line it up a little bit. Everything's loose, right? I didn't just clamp the shit out of these and then expect these to line up down here. I left this loose. I got everything started. Now I'm going to start torquing shit. And I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to pinch this bitch off. That was pretty easy. Motor mount's done, forward controls are off. Now I'm going to install a KRUESI Originals engine guard, aka K-bar. So this is the Dyna engine guard, or K-bar. It comes with everything you need, all the hardware, all that jive. You have to start with the top mount. Put this guy in here. Feed this through nice and carefully. Stick the bolt through the hole. Just like that. Leave it there. Now these guys, I'm going to Loctite because they go on the bottom. They don't have a lock washer, they don't have a lock nut. They're stainless steel with AN washers. Loosely. We've had guys call us up and go, man, your K-bar fits like shit, and they send us pictures, and they have this thing just cranked tight up here, which there's not a straight frame on a Harley Davidson, even from factory at all. We've lasered every hundreds of them, it just doesn't happen. So they bolt this up here and it's sitting out tight and it's just sprung. However, this was clocked on here when they bolted it, it's going to be off. And they're like, this doesn't fit, and they send us pictures and this is cranked down and this is sticking out here because they haven't lined anything up yet. I'm like, what do you expect, dude? You can't just bolt one thing down and then expect the other holes to line up on anything mechanical. It does not work that way. This is common mechanic sense right here. Loose, get it installed. Now I'm going to torque the top one into place, and then we'll tighten these ones last. I need a 9/16 wrench and a big ass Allen. There's that, easy peasy. Tighten these guys. Done. When you do it right, it's really, really easy. Same thing goes with derby covers, anything, primary covers. You just go throwing bolts on and tightening shit down and then expect something to line up down the road. It's never going to. Always loose, torque, torque, torque. Get it all started first, and you can finger tighten almost everything in as long as your threads are clean. Clean your threads out too every time. These are notoriously full of rust and dirt and all kinds of shit. But it's that easy. Really that easy. This thing is really coming along. Next thing we're going to do is tear this front end down and get these powder coated. We're not going to show you us tearing this down to powder coat because it's really just take this bolt out and unscrew this and the cartridge comes out and we powder coat it. But when we get it back from powder coat, we're going to do a whole video on how to set up a cartridge front end like a DX. This will go for pretty much any cartridge style front end, inverted, upverted, whatever the f, but we'll do that whole build. Show you how to set up a DX really nice, how we do it. We usually run stock springs and just put 20 weight Bell Ray fluid in them and they feel really, really good. It's just all about how you prime the cartridge and that type of shit. These look like they're in pretty good shape. Everything looks really clean and really nice on this bike. This was a good score getting this guy, especially for an 02 DX. They're usually beat up a little bit. This one is dialed. I'm gonna go cut a shaft. Shaft slicers. Shaft slicers! This is the center shaft. I had to trim her down because it's for a big bear. The big bears are 1 inch wider than this, and I don't have any of, oh man, I nailed that shit too. I don't have any of our other stuff in stock at the moment because it's at the machine shop, getting machined. Once again, starting that side loosely. A lot of times you gotta loosen this up and kind of open it up and slide it in there because they are a very tight fit. There is no tolerance, really. Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance here at KRUESI Originals. Stylish. So anyways, that was harder than it really should have been because this is for a big bear, like I said, and I had to cut it, so then I had to retap it and make some bolts and blah, blah, blah. But when you buy the right shit from us, you get the right shit, it bolts right up, it's really nice and easy. That's how that goes. This guy right here will help protect your exhaust for like low slide drifts and things like that when you slide out. It is Delrin. It is not going to miraculously save everything on your motorcycle, but it helps a lot. You can also use them as highway pegs. Put a little grip tape on them, real nice highway peg. You should also check your ground clearance before you start shredding corners. Like if you got some low ass shocks and these sticking out, probably not gonna build a corner that well. If you got some real suspension, you'd be just fine. Yeah, bud. I think that's it. Huh? I mean, in closing, I'm Ryan KRUESI. This is KRUESI Originals. This is our engine guard K-bar, the original. Yes, the original. We've been making these since 2013. They are made out of ODM 120 wall, super strong shit, like the same kind of shit that you would put on a, you know, roll cage or something like that. It's also, we got to tighten these. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm done. I was bullshitting you a minute ago. But these are on the website. We have these in stock. We make these in-house. They're always available, ready to rock and roll. For the most part, hit us up. They're on the website. If not, call the shop. Like I said, Trent's a friendly guy. He can always help you out. KRUESIOriginals.com. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, tell 7 friends. Let's keep this party started. And remember, if you go to our Patreon, for every $5 you pledge to our Patreon, enters you in a chance to win some Legends cartridges for a 49mm front end. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. That's what we're giving away right now. We're going to give that away in November around Thanksgiving, and then we'll have more stuff to give away. It's also where you can listen to all of our podcasts and our special guests and everything are exclusively on Patreon. We just dropped the newest one with Street Bike Sean, the guy that he's the professional rider that rode our race bike, and he's a stunt rider, and he's a badass all around. And he also welds all of these for us. He's our welder as well. So check it out. It's dope. Thank you all for watching so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the love. Peace.